Hey, I just wanted to share with you a few paintings that I've done in the past few years that I haven't gotten to share the story with many people about, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to share it with you. Some of them they're a bit kind of sad, but I just wanted to share how it relates personally. Like I didn't even realize the way I connected with certain paintings when I went to start painting them, but there was something in me that drew me to draw or paint them, and some way my heart connected with it, and and after painting them, and once I wrote a story, I just made myself sit down and write a story for each one, and that kind of helped me become more aware of how I was connecting with it, and it's interesting because it actually helped me to understand things in my own heart more. So but yeah, this painting right here, this boy here in Swaziland, Africa, where the AIDS, it's kind of like a crisis, basically, just because it's the highest country, with the amount of AIDS is highest in the world, and you can just meet orphans face to face just about probably anywhere you go in Swaziland and many countries in Africa too, but like, so this many just don't even have, sometimes they live with a grandparent, but they might be 80 years old, and who are they going to live with after that? So even a teenager, one of the older siblings, will have the burden or the weight of caring for like several kids, and but this is this, I don't know if he's actually an orphan, because but he had a good community around him, but just I kind of was thinking about the orphans though, and how he might see people, parents and friends' parents die, and he may be fearful and wonder what if that happened to his parents, and so he's leaning up against the wall, and that's the mother's shadow right there, and it's like, what if she's just a shadow in the future? But the wall kind of, he's blending into the wall, like just becoming lost into the wall in places. So the wall, the way I connected with it when I was writing was just sort of like being a wall inside of your heart. So the fear kind of will put up a wall in your heart, and so I wrote something for that, and that just, what I wrote was, barred is my heart, a wall which no one can pass, an impenetrable fortress. Who can take this wall down? A wall laid brick by brick, hurt by hurt, day by day, loss by loss, and then despair. This impenetrable fortress, my hiding place, in this place my soul silently cries from within. Will this heart ever be safe? Must I lay more stones on the wall? Will abandonment surround me? Will the black hairs of loss and despair make it over my wall again? I can't feel anything. This wall is good. I don't feel anything. I must be safe now. But my soul cries silently in this impenetrable fortress. Why does my soul cry? Why does it ache? I don't feel the arrows now. Is anyone out there? I cannot see. Did someone smile at me? I cannot tell. Is anyone out there? How will I ever know? I'm in this impenetrable fortress, a wall of brick and stone. I'm safe now, so why does my soul cry? Because I'm so alone. So that's pretty sad, but that's kind of trying. I actually connected with it in that way, and in some way I must have, well, I can clearly say that I've seen in myself a fear and of sort of like abandonment, and so that's, thankfully don't live in that place, but that's sort of like what the orphan might feel. And so this is a drawing of it, but this up here, this oil painting, that one it's kind of blending into the wall too, but the wall's very dark and kind of like shrouding around him, just kind of oppressive looking, so that might convey a feeling, emotion of the fear and isolation, abandonment. And so so we can move on to some happier things. So this drawing, well, it's not really happier, but it's sort of the same, you know, the orphan mindset, and I think we all have some kind of mindset like that at times, and sometimes more than other, and depending on our just experiences, we might have some of that more than others. But this boy, he well, he's kind of hiding in his shadow, and that's the way I connected with it, is that he's hiding. Like, he doesn't want to make eye contact even though he's looking at you, like the eye. So, and it kind of comes from maybe the same, maybe a fear and maybe shame. I think that shame can come from different places, but wherever it comes from, I think that makes us put up a wall, just like the wall in the other painting, and keep the wall around our heart. And we don't want to let people see into us, because we feel like afraid that they would see something we don't want them to see, maybe even something ugly. And I've been there in that place, and I mean, where I was so self-conscious and didn't want people to see. Like, I wasn't being myself. It was hard to be myself anymore, like I was when I was a kid, when I was free from all that junk. So this here, yeah, surrounded by the light, but he's in the shadow, kind of stagnant, hiding in his own shadow, not wanting to connect. And the only way to really be free and have real life is to connect. And no love from other. So this one, this boy, it's the same boy, and he, so here he's reaching out and he's holding someone's hand, an older person that is leading him, and his face is more in the light here, and it's it's still gray and it's still grainy like the other one, which is sort of like him, maybe the way he's seeing the world still not in full color with the joy and the life. But, so here's a happier one. So this one here, this one is not an orphan one. This one, the boy in the mother's back. Well, first of all, it's very colorful, probably the most colorful one I've ever painted, but the blue sky represents the vastness of the mother's love, and hopefully you've had a loving mother like we all should have, but this is sort of, to me, representing God's love, and whatever way our parents are, whether they were good or not, God's love actually is so much greater that it's, we still hopefully will know His love because it's amazing and so much beyond what any human being can love you. But this to me is representing His love and my mom's love, because she loves me so much, which I'm thankful for, and but her face has the countenance of joy and the glowing orange-yellow color of joy, and she's just delighting in her children. And that's what God says about us, that He delights in His children that are His, and we can rest in vulnerability, just like the boy on the mother's back is. I think he's asleep, but he's just limp, like a doll. He's just so vulnerable, and he's just, because he's confident in his mother's love for him, that nothing's gonna harm him, and that she's gonna take perfect care of him, and so that's where I'm growing more and more in that way, to know love, know the love of God, just as I increasingly seek to know God, and I'm just thankful to so much to have be able to see that love in my mom, but also that God reveals His love for us in Jesus, and that we can seek to know Him, and that as we seek Him, He really does reveal Himself more and more in amazing ways, and at one time I could never have said all this. My fear and sense of shame, which I couldn't even identify, was so debilitating that I could not even to say all this would even to a friend would just be too much. That I couldn't handle it, or I couldn't be transparent enough because of the fear, but God sets us free from that, and where His Spirit is, there's freedom, is what the Scripture says, and that's what He's all about, is setting us free in His love. And so I just hope that encourages you today, and thanks for watching this whole thing, and okay, talk to you later.